Salam and good day. I'm Jimmy from ETHM. Today, on behalf of my colleagues, we would like to share with you a review of a specialized engineering technology construction course to be specific is site investigation in the outcome-based learning approach context. I'm sure everyone is familiar with OBE, and for a technology-based program such as this, and the OBE approach will actually align the curriculum design with real-world industry needs and also the global sustainable development efforts, so that we could make sure that our students, when they graduate, they are not just job ready, but having the resilient mindset to adapt to the fast-changing technological world out there. Putting the discourse in the context of learning and having learned. Learning is a transformative lifelong process that develops the necessary knowledge, skills, and values through this active engagement, reflection, and interaction, a cyclical process. And to say that someone has learned a certain subject or topic, then we are referring to deep mastery, where the knowledge and skills acquired are being retained, understood, and applied in suitable context in a very flexible manner. This would involve and necessary critical insight, creative thinking, and also intuitive expertise, making the transformation of the learner or student from that of a novice to that of an adaptive expert. Learning and having learned are actually part of a powerful cyclical process. Each level of mastery of a particular knowledge set would form the foundation for the student to move on to deeper, more complex learning of the next level. And this would ensure the continuous intellectual growth and continuous development or improvement of the scholar or learner. Taking a look at the OBE framework, we see that the civil engineering technology programs integrate industry-aligned learning activities to develop work-ready graduates using hands-on projects such as the industrial case study we're talking about, so that the engagement will help build students' practical and professional competencies to make them more prepared for the job market out there. Taking a look at this breakdown of the teaching and learning activities for the particular subject, you can see here that all the learning outcomes, or there are 4 of them in total, are being covered there. We have 2 tests throughout the semester covering the different topics. There are lab work and also the assignments. I would like to draw your attention to the industrial case that we are talking about, and it constitutes 45% of the total marks for the course, which is understandable because it's taking over the place of the final exam here. Now, the site investigation course is actually a structured industry-relevant learning and assessment package, where throughout the 14-week semester, specifically for the industrial case study, students are put into groups of 4 maximum, as per the ETAC standard. You see that they were free to choose their members and to form the groups to resolve the industrial case study in the context of the real world setting out there. And guest lectures by industry professionals were also incorporated in the course throughout the semester to bridge the gap between theory and practice, to enrich the students' technical understanding, and more importantly is to enable the students to have the exposure and interaction with the industry experts out there for better communication skills and collaborative work, and also this professional etiquette development in a very subtle manner, really. Looking at the course learning outcomes, there are 4 in total, as mentioned earlier. They were actually being mapped to PO2, problem analysis, PO3, formulation of solutions, PO5, tool usage, and also PO11, that would be on the program, project management, and also finances. So all in all, they are being aligned to make sure that the students are being equipped with the necessary skills and knowledge, specifically for site investigative works, so that they could at the end be able to plan and execute in a safe and informed manner for any of these field works necessary. So taking a quick look at these learning outcomes individually, for the first learning outcome, we see that the students trained to be able to identify, analyze, and solve engineering problems related to site investigation, but with reference to the necessary standards and practical heuristics and current technologies, by making sure that the risk minimization and also safety are always the top priority on site. For the second learning outcome, in terms of development of solutions, you can see that students were being guided to formulate effective, creative, and context-sensitive solutions by taking into consideration social, economic, environmental, safety issues, while fostering innovation, adaptability, and also forward-thinking designs. So you can see here that students are being trained to not just look at the technical issues, but also taking into considerations of the stakeholders um, requirements and needs. CL3 is about modern tool usage. Here we can see that students are being equipped with hands-on experience of using industry relevant tools, equipment, and software for the geotechnical investigation, while inculcating in them the critical awareness of the limitations. And this is about the balancing act always between the technological capabilities of chosen and also the cost and also the sustainable development context there. Last but not least, we have CLO4 on the project management and finances here. And see here, we want students to have the understanding of engineering management principles and teamwork in a multidisciplinary settings, which is very common now in the fast dissolving global boundaries, especially in the construction industry, so as students have the financial equity and the managerial skills to support effective project execution and also teamwork out there. And taking a look at the cost learning outcome attainment analysis conducted at the end of the semester, with the plots here, you see that students struggle a little with the higher order cognitive skills as outlined in CRO 1 and 2 for problem analysis and also solution formulation. You can see that it's just hovering above the 50% the minimum requirement of KPI set out there. So 56 to 59% there. So here we can see that there's a need to strengthen students' ability to integrate the technological knowledge, technical know-how with the social economy, safety, and environmental considerations. For CRO3, there's a performance is the best at about almost reaching 80% there. You can see that students have a good competence in terms of organizing and carrying out site investigative works using necessary technology and tools out there, showing that they have a solid hands-on and applied skills and ability there. And for CRO4, students have demonstrated almost 70% attainment there in terms of an effective grasp of project management skills, where I could see that students are able to meet the demands of the various stakeholders involved, and there's of course always room for improvement for better guided mentorship and exposure with the help of the industrial players out there. So in a nutshell, we could see here that the site investigation course has effectively integrated industrial relevance within the OBE framework and enabling the both technological competence and real-world readiness to be merged in the subject for the students. And CRO attainment analysis revealed the necessity for us to deepen cognitive capability buildings via problem analysis solution designs, as for CRO 2 and 1 and 2, as we highlighted earlier on. And a lot of these cost enhancement efforts will require industrial input and also regular performance data. And this sense, we will be able to engage the assistance of our industrial collaborators, partners, even our IAP's industrial advisory panelists for the program itself to better strengthen our students in terms of the technological know-how to meet the fast evolving professional landscape out there. So with that, I thank you for your kind attention. I hope you enjoyed the conference. Thank you.